What's a song you love from a genre you don't? Warren G. Regulate. I like hard rock/metal, but I really like Regulate. Reedualatos. Character amount regulated in the clip. In the whole rings Rolex cars broke down. Warren G 0% 00 minus 3 minus 10 Nate Dog 100% 16 1 NA 0 Dames 0% NATBDNA NA 1. Not a metal guy, but I like War Pigs. War Pigs is one of my favorite songs. It's incredible. Ooh, a lot of Sabbath songs are killer. I like metal and love Sabbath, but you might want to listen to some of their other popular songs too. Paranoid, NIB, Iron Man, and Snowblind come to mind. Oh, and if you ever partake in the Devil's Lettuce, listening to the first album front to back with a good pair of headphones is an experience. Okay, I'm done. Smile. Boy Division, My Chemical Romance. I'm not really into EMS, but I like this one. You have good taste. As a die-hard EMS fan, I can say that's definitely one of their best songs. I also love Famous Last Words. The Devil Went Down to Georgia. I think country is a terrible genre with exceptional exceptions. Soul Meets Body by Death Cab for Cutie. 14-year-old me lives for this song. Death Cab for Cutie and Ben's side project, The Postal Service, are my life fee. Mr. Sandman by the Chordettes. Maybe my meme side kicking in. Mr. Sandman, Man Me a Sand. Not a rap fan, but It Was a Good Day by Ice Cube is just too good. Not sure your preferred genres, but the original sample used for the beat in that song is called Footsteps in the Dark by the Isley Brothers. I'd call it a soul-type song, so it may or may not be up your alley. If it is, I recommend listening to the rest of Isley Brothers' discography. It's excellent. Regardless, It Was a Good Day is a great song. I usually only listen to punk/hard rock/rock etc., but for some reason really enjoy listening to Troye Sivan from time to time. Even bought his CD. Blue Neighborhood is a 10/10ths album. I used to really love Troye Sivan. Played his music constantly. Then I got into a car crash with the quiet playing on the stereo. Absolutely haunting. Haven't been able to listen to his music since. My body just doesn't like it. I'm not a big country fan, but I'll stop and listen to most any song by Dolly Parton. I don't like country either, but holy hell can that lady can sing. Jolene. Bulletproof by La Rue. I didn't know my answer. Then I read this. The Skrillex dubstep remix of In for the Kill might be my answer. Rasputin, Boney M, and a lot of ABBA songs. I'm more of a classic rock/hair metal person, but ABBA has some killer songs. And I like Boney M cause of that Just Dance game. I requested ABBA at a goth club I visited, and watching a bunch of black-clad, corseted, pierced, spike-coated goths go absolutely berserk with excitement over ABBA was a spiritual experience. I love how everyone hates country but has one country song they love. I'll jam out to most 90s country, but I couldn't tell you if that's because I like it or because it's what was my parents' radio growing up. Except Alan Jackson. Das good shit. That would be Tennessee whiskey for me. What a Man from Salt and Pepper. Not you, the bow-legged one. Shoop is my shit. I Am a Man of Constant Sorrow. Soggy Bottom Boys, a country song. Country isn't awful, I just don't listen to it much. We Thought You Was a Toad. Oh Brother Where Art Thou soundtrack. Chef's Kiss. Don't really care for boy bands, but I Want It That Way is great. Tell My Why. Have you seen the Living Room concert version they just did? Ring of Fire, Johnny Cash. And I intensely dislike country music. But I love this song. For the longest time I said I hated country, but would make an exception for Johnny Cash. Then I added Silly Nelson to the exception list. Then Dolly Parton. Then I eventually admitted that modern country is trash, and I did in fact like country, just good country. But Johnny Cash was what made me look for good country. Tennessee whiskey is my exception. Oh man, I just thought of another one. This Kiss by Faith Hill. Came on the radio right after my first kiss with my first serious girlfriend in high school in the 90s. Still makes me a little misty-eyed with nostalgia. I Want of That Way by the Backstreet Boys. It's embarrassing really. Don't be embarrassed. That song's a banger. Starboy by The Weeknd. The Weeknd always makes me feel so poor, but man does he make it sound good. For me it's Blinding Lights. Ophelia by the Lumineers. I mostly listen to metal. You'd probably like Angela by them too. That whole album is great. And they're fantastic live. I am a die-hard metalhead, have been since the 80s when I was old enough to start listening to my own music. Two songs I really dig for whatever reason that is completely atypical. God, I can't believe I am about to admit this. Bop by Hanson, Ooh La La by Goldfrapp. Metal/rock/rap guy here. I like Toxic by Britney Spears and Applause by Lady Gaga. Fuel by Metallica is just too badass to resist. Gimme Fway, Gimme Fi, Gimme Jabba Dabba Zoo. Chris Stapleton, Tennessee Whiskey. Don't normally like country music, but this man has some serious soul. I tell myself that this song is more blues than country. It makes me feel better that way. I Write Sins Not Tragedies by Panic at the Disco. If you ever have even the slightest bit of interest in checking out more, that song is off of A Fever You Can't Sweat Out and is probably one of the worst songs on that album. Try out Build God, Then We'll Talk or just the back half of the album because it's basically I Write Sins but better. Goddamn, Panic at the Disco had one of the best fucking debut albums I've ever heard. Every song on A Fever You Can't Sweat Out was gold. And they were so young too. Just a lot of amazing talent wrapped up into one 13-track album. Guess I know what I'm listening to tomorrow. I Go Back by Kenny Chesney. Nostalgia is a powerful feeling, and that song hits hard with it. The Good Stuff by Kenny Chesney. Trust me, you'll like it. I could listen to Miley Cyrus's cover of Jolene all day, and I'm usually a metal guy. Dolly Parton is her godmother. I love listening to the two versions back to back and hearing a bit of Dolly's influence in Miley's voice. I'm a metal guy myself, and I got to be honest, Party in the USA gets to me a little. As a musician who's done a stint in the industry, that song nails the feeling of being out of your depth when you first dip your toe in. Her cover is seriously one of my favorites ever. She really captures the ache of that song with her voice. Miley is the type of person to leave her man for Jolene. YouTube comments have really come a long way. Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.